Assalamu everyone. I found it incumbent upon myself to do a video today and talk about the facts. As you know, Xperience Pakistan is all about promoting tourism to Pakistan, changing perceptions and really showing the reality of what the country and its people are all about. And that's why I feel it was important to do this video. Now some might say it's political. That's not my intention. This is not a political video. This is a simple video to talk about the reality on the ground and what's happening, to provide reassurance to many of you. It's also for me a video which is all about sharing the propaganda that for years and years is being used against Pakistan. Like any mother who comes running in defence to her child who's been called by the headmaster and been accused of bullying, the first instinct is, show me the evidence and I will deal with my child. The views about the attack in India from both Pakistan's government, the army and its citizens has been the same. Please show us the evidence and we will do whatever we can if the culprits are from Pakistan. 4 weeks on, this hasn't happened. And instead, a few days ago, an attack was made on Pakistan on the premise that this was in retaliation to the attack that happened in Pakistan, to the attack that happened in Kashmir. I think as a nation, as a community, we're fed up. We're fed up of always being used as the scapegoats. We're fed up of always being accused of terrorism. We're fed up of being slandered. Every time there's a political election taking place in India where the government who's trying to win is trying to show its prowess and to show why they should win and how they can protect the nation, an attack is often happens and Pakistan, the culprits, are blamed. For all too long we've stayed silent, and silently we've accepted the blame and not done anything about it. But I think as a nation we've had enough, and hence that's why we're speaking up. This whole video is not going to be about me talking. There was a really interesting, a brilliant press conference which happened on Geo TV channel today. It was from about 4:30 or 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock. It was a very long press conference. I'm not sure, to be honest, how much of it will be covered in the mainstream media. I'm not even sure what aspects of it will be pulled. So what I did sitting on the sofa is do a recording with my phone so that I can share that with you. And I'm not going to tell you what to think, but you can have a listen to the press conference and come to your own conclusions on whether you think we're just making excuses or whether we really are the victims here of being accused of a crime that we haven't done, and we're simply being used as a scapegoat because India are the biggest power, they've got the greater voice in business and generally across as a population, as a nation, and in terms of military power. And quite frankly, we're a lot smaller. And that's why up until now I feel there's a complacency that they felt they can say whatever they want and they can get away with it. But I know that the world is changing. I know that people's views are changing. And I know that people do not see things as black and white and are starting to notice this grey. So this video is really trying to show you the grey. I don't have any political agenda. My only agenda is to show you the truth. I'm not anti anyone, but what I am is anti-propaganda, anti-lies, and I'm pro-truth. And as long as I have life in me, I will continue to try and defend Pakistan where it's right and its people and show you the reality of what's going on. I'll put it into context. I woke up this morning at about 3:30 in the morning to pray, and there was a post shared in our family WhatsApp group of headline news on Facebook released from Indian News that Peshawar was on fire. Now those of you who know me know that I am from Peshawar. Most of my extended family still live in Peshawar. You can imagine that many of us living overseas in terms of family were alarmed and scared. So we were sending WhatsApp groups, please tell us, is this true? Is everyone okay? And I'm going to share a screenshot of the conversation that happened, in which it was evident that these are all a bunch of lies. Everyone was safe, they had slept soundly, they were going about their life normally, and no such thing has happened. Throughout the night, there's been lots of news on Indian, kind of on the news channel, talking about Karachi being in flames, Islamabad being flamed, in Lahore. So this morning I've spent the whole morning talking to my friends living in Islamabad, living in Karachi, living in Lahore, asking them the reality and to make videos and share with me so I can showcase them and show people the reality of what's happening on the ground. I'm delighted to say, and I can reassure you, that Pakistan is not on fire. Life is going about normally and everyone is very chilled. There was a question that was constantly asked by the journalists in this press conference, that will the Pakistan army, will Pakistan escalate or de-escalate? And if I'm honest, perhaps because English isn't their first language, you know, the response was very much that the army's response has been that we will retaliate when we want and where we want. Now, many may interpret that as saying, well, that potentially means you want to escalate. But I think, knowing the Pakistani community, knowing the politics, my take on that is, personally, is no army general will ever say, do you know what, of course not, they've just attacked us. No, you know, well, we'll turn a blind eye, because the citizens simply wouldn't accept that and they would look weak. But I think my take on that was very much that as long as India continues to accuse us, as long as India continues to attack us, we will continue to defend. I don't think there's any appetite for us to attack India. If I'm honest, I don't think we need to, because I think the Indian news has done such a good job at making a mockery of kind of the whole scandalous accusation they've made, that quite frankly it's a bit of an own goal. We don't have to do anything. But that said, it's to make it clear to the opposition that we are not weak, that if they attack, we will defend. So to those who are thinking about going to Pakistan or have booked with me, I want to again reassure you that should the FCO decide to travel against Pakistan, your deposits are all safe and you will be offered a full refund or a reschedule of your holiday. That said, I can also reassure you, for many of you who have booked for the tours in August and September, that Pakistan is safe at the moment. Everyone is going about their life normally, and a lot of the news you are hearing or seeing is misinformation. So please, 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 my key message is, do not rely on any news shared on any social media channel. The irony is that obviously I'm doing this on a social media channel on YouTube, but I'm not creating videos. This is me talking. I'm not showing any false images or headlines. So when I'm talking about false and fake news, because there is a lot of it, I mean that related to videos being shown, statements being said by army generals, the kind of use of TikTok, Instagram, because there is a lot of old videos that has been recycled, or actually videos from other wars that is being digitally edited and used as an accusation that Pakistan has attacked. There was news yesterday that Pakistan has attacked Amritsar. This morning and throughout the press conference, it was confirmed by the Army General, no such thing has happened. Pakistan has not made any attacks. So please, whether it's me, whether it's a Pakistani news, Indian news, or even a Western news, please, please, please fact check, and do not share any videos shared via WhatsApp or Facebook. And I mean that also to the Pakistani community, because until you have fact checked, please don't share anything, because that will only make the situation worse and cause disharmony between the two communities. So for me, as I always say, Xperience Pakistan is about showing the truth. It's not about creating hate towards anyone. I have a lot of respect for my fellow Indian brothers and sisters. So this is not an attack on them, but what is attack is on the media who's spreading misinformation, and also on the government who is deliberately falsely giving false information to their community and not telling them the truth. It's also a bit of an attack, well, it is an attack on the government for blocking all media outlets in India from Pakistan, or social media outlets, so that their community cannot see the news in an objective manner and come to their own conclusion. So if you are based here in the UK and you've got family in India and you are watching news or have access to international news, please watch some of the news that's happening on Geo News, ARY, Al Jazeera, to give you more context in terms of what's happening, so that you can feedback to your community back in India or your family a balanced perspective, and then come to a conclusion on what the reality is. As I said, I'm not here to tell you what to think. I'm here simply to show you the truth as I know it and what's being reported in Pakistan, and then for you to use this information and come to your own conclusion on how you wish to use it. Please do, whatever news you see, whether that's about Palestine, whether that's about Pakistan, whether that's even about India. Watch from different sources and fact checked. I'm going to be sharing some videos now of videos that my friends and family have shared with me throughout the day, so you can get perspective. Today, I believe it is the 10th of May, if I'm correct. But these videos have been shared from today from Peshawar and Karachi to give you a sense check of how normality exists in both cities, and all being well, it will continue to be that way.
Assalamualaikum. This is Karachi, and I'm standing right in front of Tipu Sultan Road. This is a street full of all the restaurants, and you can see even in the morning time we ourselves had gone for lunch, and everything is very normal. People are absolutely living a normal life. There's no tension. Everyone is coming for lunch, and there's a lot of rush here. And so many people, everyone is having a great time. There's absolutely no problem here. Whatever the media is showing is not at all true. There's no bombardment or no scare of war over here. And everything is very, very normal.
Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. Today is 9th of May 2025. And I'm from Peshawar, standing here at the Pastry Chowk, Hayatabad, just to show you guys how life is today in Peshawar. Pretty normal, everything is pretty normal. Traffic flowing smoothly. It's Friday, so the markets here are closed due to Friday holiday. And I actually saw a video last night of an Indian news channel claiming that they have struck Peshawar really badly, and there are a lot of bombings happening in Peshawar. But that was an example of disinformation. And we, the people of Peshawar, when I actually saw that video, I was pretty much amazed at the level of disinformation going on from the Indian side at the moment. So this video is just to show you guys that don't really believe everything that's going on the social media and the news channels, because the reality is totally different. Everything here in Peshawar is pretty normal. Nothing happened last night or yesterday.
All the terrorists, or you can see this engagement and the results of that over here. The largest scale. Now this is again on 25th of April, post Pahalgam. A terrorist was nabbed in the town of Jhelum in Punjab, Pakistan, and from the material, from his forensic of his mobile, a lot of information came out that he was working on behalf of the military intelligence of India. A terrorist being directly funded, sponsored, trained, and doing terrorist activity inside Pakistan for Indian military intelligence. I'll just show you one or two audios in which he is talking with his Indian military intelligence officials, their officers who are telling him what to do. So he is talking to an Indian Major Sandeep. network not here. We are running it from Lahore to Balochistan, all over Pakistan. He is telling him that we are here since years and we are going to be here for years. That's not that I'm doing it for one off. You are just one of my many that I'm recruiting and I'm going to pay. And what's he telling him? He is telling him the intricacies of terror financing. He is a serving major of Indian Army. So who is doing terrorism in Pakistan? This is just one Indian cell. And he's telling them that I can give you millions, I can give you lakhs. Just imagine how much they must be paying to Fitna al-Khawarij, how much they must be paying to the terrorist groups whom they are running in Balochistan. Not millions, billions. This is the reality. We are asking that just give some iota, some fraction of such sort of evidence for what you are telling that this program, someone in the Pakistani state was involved in it. You don't have any evidence. The same way, you have no evidence that Pakistan is attacking for last 48 hours at multiple locations inside India. You just concoct stories. I think this time has come to ask the real questions, the bitter questions, that the Indian government needs to stop living in cinema and theatrics and need to come out of fiction. They need to stop creating fiction. This is reality. This is happening. There are there are cells that these people are putting bombs, planting bombs, killing innocent.
ਜਿੱਥੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਖਬਰ ਚੰਗੀ ਬਣ ਜੇ ਚੰਗੀ ਬਣੀ ਉਸੇ ਵੇਲੇ ਖਬਰ ਆਏ ਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੁਝ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਖਬਰ ਚੰਗੀ ਬਣ ਜੇ ਚੰਗੀ ਬਣੀ ਉਸੇ ਵੇਲੇ ਖਬਰ ਆਏ ਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੁਝ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਬੁਰੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਫੈਲ ਜਾਏ ਸਹੀ ਹੈ ਸਹੀ ਆਸਾਨ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਤੇ ਆਸਾਨ ਹਾਂ ਇਹ ਕੰਮ ਤੇ ਆਸਾਨ ਹੈ
So what is he saying? They plant this bomb in a market, target civilians, at a place where it makes news. So they want to kill civilians, innocent people. They want to splash news that Pakistan is not safe. We have dozens of such evidence available with us. These horrific stories of how India is sponsoring terrorism inside Pakistan. And what's the net result is? Since January 2024, there have been 3,700 terrorist incidents in Pakistan. Pakistanis have suffered 3,896 casualties. There are 1,314 people who have lost lives, who are shaheed. There are more than 2,500 who have lost their limbs, who are injured, maimed for life. So is the blood of the Pakistanis cheaper? And is this justifiable? Is this all kosher? This is not terrorism? What is this? All being sponsored, abetted, done, controlled, planned by India. And you don't have any evidence for Pahalgam? You cook up a story, this mantra, you listen just, I think yesterday, yes, there are jihadi organizations, because Pakistan has been doing this, because Pakistan has been doing this, that because Pakistan has been doing this, just because that, there is the evidence for that. That Pakistan has history. Which history? Tell us about this incident. We have for each and every incident, we can tell you how the Indian hands were involved. Your leaders are on public display. They are saying that we are going to do terrorism inside Pakistan. We are going to destabilize Pakistan. And please understand this, that Pakistan is the last bulwark state standing against this terrorism. This creeping ideology, this perverted ideology that is coming from our West. If this country of 240 million plus people, if this terrorism, this perverted ideology takes roots over there, just feel the consequences of that for the world. Who is fighting against it on a daily basis? We, the people of Pakistan, the armed forces, the security forces. The figures tell them 190 operations per day. Since January 24, more than 77,000 counter-terrorism operations have been done by the state of Pakistan. We are fighting it on daily basis. And India is sponsoring and supporting these terrorists for its very myopic and short-term interest. If this bulwark state, which is fighting against this terrorism, not on the behalf of the people of Pakistan, but for the people of the world, if it's distracted, which is one of the objectives of the India, what consequences it will have for the region and the world. Also keep this thing in mind. Now, on the pretext of action against this Pahalgam incident, their perpetrators, rather than giving credible evidence, what they started an oppression campaign against the Muslims and the Kashmiris in particular. This is what is happening right now in Kashmir. More than 50 houses have been bulldozed and blasted. More than 2,500 innocent Kashmiris have been taken into custody, God knows where. This is happening right now. This is the counter-terrorism operations that is going on.
सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस जब आए उन्होंने सबको निकाला बाहर। वो एक बंदा यहाँ से चढ़ा, हमारे यहाँ पे जो ये थे मतलब घर का वो स्टोर होता था, वो वहीं पे चढ़ा। उसने कुछ रखा वहाँ पे, बम रखा, कुछ वो जो ब्लास्ट उन्होंने किया वो रखा उसने। मैंने खुद देखा, एक मैंने फौजी वर्दी पहनकर उसको मैंने देखा था यहाँ पे जाते हुए। तो फिर सब कुछ यहाँ पे बर्बाद हो गया।
They are beating innocent people on streets.
ताकि हम घर सेफली पहुंचे जाए। हम अभी
Harassing
स्टूडेंट्स हैं,
girls.
ईयर में है, हमारे साथ बहुत सारा टॉर्चर किया जा रहा है, हमें बहुत ज्यादा डराया जा रहा है, बहुत ज्यादा हम डरे हुए हैं। यहाँ पे बहुत ज्यादा ये अभी किया जा रहा है कि तुम लोगों ने किया, वो किया, ये किया, जबकि हमारा तो इसमें कोई इन्वॉल्वमेंट है ही नहीं। हमें इस चीज के लिए बहुत ज्यादा टारगेट किया जा रहा है। ये कश्मीर के लोगों की तरफ बिल्कुल भी हेल्प नहीं है, हमारी कोई भी मदद नहीं की जा रही है। इट्स अ हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट, प्लीज हमारी हेल्प की जाए।
Please zoom out. See the bigger picture. The Indians want you to zoom in and just ask you and on that this is happening, this is happening. This is what's actually happening behind all this dirt that they are doing right now. This is continuing on daily basis. This oppression, what's happening on the streets of India to the Muslims and the minorities.
मैं तो काम स्टार्ट कर दिया अपना गाँव में।
We will chop whatever Muslim we find.
दो कटुए मारे गए, छत्री वाला चल इसकी जिम्मेदारी लेता है। और भारत माता की सौगंध, 26 का बदला 2600 से ना लिया तो मैं भारत माता का पुत्र नहीं। जय श्री राम, जय हिंदू राष्ट्र।
Dogs and Muslims not allowed. This is happening in India.
अभी जो पहलगाम में आतंकी हमला हुआ है उसमें हिंदुओं को देख देख के मारा गया है।
Please understand this hatred, this state-sponsored hatred against the minorities, which is working with the mindset, the hubristic mindset which is behind this military aggression. The problem here is what India is doing, that they are doing two things. They are externalizing their internal problems and they are internalizing their external problems. So oppression of the minorities, extremism and terrorism is an internal problem of India. Rather than addressing that, rather than addressing this oppression, this extremism, this rising Hindutva within India, rather than addressing it, they are, this internal problem, they are externalizing it by putting blames on Pakistan and other countries. That this terrorism and this extremism is being exported from here. It is not. It is their internal extremism and oppression, day in, day out, 24 hours, that the minorities, that the Muslims, that the Kashmiris, that the Sikhs, and others are facing there. You need to address it at home. Please don't externalize it. And Kashmir, ladies and gentlemen, is an external problem. It is an internationally recognized disputed territory between two countries, with the decision to be made by the people of Kashmir. But you are internalizing it by putting more than 700,000 troops over there, by doing oppression over there, by changing its demography, by changing its status. So this is the main issue that is at hand. You try to put their mouth shut. Listen to this boy. That on 24th April, what he said and then what happened to this journalist. He's a journalist in Kashmir. What happened to him on 25th April?
अगर यहाँ पर 7 लाख से लेकर 12 लाख की सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस हैं, वो क्या करेंगे? पहलगाम तक जाते जाते मुझे 10 चेक पॉइंट्स पे रोका जाता है। मच्छी साथ नहीं ले सकता मैं। ये बंदे आए कहाँ से? Don't ask Kashmiris on this. Ask the security agencies. कितनी कंपनीज हैं यहाँ? RR है, SSB है, CRPF है, आर्मी है, BSF है। वो क्या छक मारे थे? गवर्नमेंट क्या करेगी? मैं उससे सवाल कर रहा हूँ आप सब लोगों के माध्यम से कि क्या कर रहा था गवर्नमेंट? होम मिनिस्टर साहब यहाँ आए। होम मिनिस्टर साहब मैं आपसे सवाल कर रहा हूँ ये क्यों हुआ?
And next day he has been picked up. God knows where he is. Now listen to this girl. She is a social media influencer. What happened to her?
अपहरण कांड 1999, कारगिल युद्ध 1999, संसद पर आतंकी हमला 2001।
She is just saying that why all these terror incidents happen in the time when the BJP government is in power.
और 2017 गोधरा कांड, 2002 पठानकोट आतंकी हमला, 2016 उरी आतंकी हमला, 2016 पुलवामा आतंकी हमला, 2019 पहलगाम आतंकी हमला, 2025 पहलगाम हमले के जवाब में अब तक सरकार ने किया क्या है? मेरे ऊपर FIR। लोकतंत्र में आलोचना तो होगी, सवाल भी पूछे जाएंगे।
You shut down the all digital media that is coming from Pakistan or independent news agencies. You shut down the X and the other social media platforms because you don't have the capacity, you don't have the patience, you don't have the morality to listen to the truth. This is what's happening. This is why this aggression. So what they did was, after this Pahalgam happened, and we have seen briefly what actually is the truth of this Pahalgam, which they don't want to talk because they don't have any answer to it. So let's go into the military part. Why? So that there's a diversion, there's a strategic diversion, and everybody is focused on the day-to-day activities. Like what happened in Pulwama, who did Pulwama, why it happened, nobody would know. Let's go and go over the military action. We'll not allow this to happen. That after every few years, you cook up a story, there's a terror incident, there is an incident that happens, you don't provide any justification, you don't provide any evidence to it. On the basis of that, you start ratcheting up the media, international media, you start building up false pretexts and narratives, and on the basis of that, you start attacking. And that's what they did. On 6th and 7th May, they strike Pakistan on multiple locations. In these strikes, drone that came inside, the total casualties, there have been 33 shaheed, out of which there are 7 all civilians, 7 female and 5 children. There have been 62 injured, all civilians, out of which again there are 10 females and 2 children. And in military we have 14 injured. So these are the locations where they killed innocent civilians. 2 years old. These are these training camps. These are from where these God forbid. You kill 2 years old and you celebrate it. Look at their media. It is shameful the way they are celebrating these strikes. I think it's first time that we have seen that you shamelessly are celebrating killing of children. You are thumping your chest. Yes, that we have killed this 2-year-old Purva Zubair. And you are calling it a great national victory. 3 years old. हम Hava Bibi, 4 years old, another 4 years old, another 5 years old, this 7-year-old boy, 12-year-old, this girl, this small baby. This is what happened on 6th and 7th of May. Please remember this when you talk about what's happening on ground, and when you ask us that what Pakistan is going to do. Please remember these pictures. I ask you again, I request you to remember these pictures. They are in the conscience of the people of Pakistan and the state of Pakistan. India has killed innocent children on false pretexts, and they are thumping their chest. They are celebrating this killing of innocent. This is what they did to the mosques, to the places of worship. See the desecration of the Holy Quran. This is Murid Ke. This is the mosque that they bombed. See the Holy Quran. Tell me, please tell me, which religion allows this? Which humanity allows this? Which UN convention allows this? Which Geneva Convention allows this? Which human rights allow this? And you celebrate it? And the world peace? By taking out mosques, by taking out innocent children, by desecrating Holy Quran? This is Bhagalpur. They came on the night of 6th and 7th. They killed the innocent children. They desecrated the Holy Quran. This is what they did. Once they came, our proud Air Force took them on. They came in large numbers. 5 of their aircraft were shot down. 3 Rafales, 1 MiG-29, 1 Su-30, 1 large combat UAV, multiple smaller UAVs. On the line of control, the Indians opened fire all along, indiscriminate fire, specifically targeting these civilians living on the Pakistan side of Kashmir. Specifically targeting the civilian populations. We have responded. We are continuously responding to this aggression, and we are only targeting the Indian military posts. We are being very careful because Pakistan, the state and its people and its armed forces do not believe in targeting innocent civilians. We have neither the culture nor our religion allowed nor our morality allowed that we target innocent people, that we target holy places. And I will show you the evidence that how precisely we are targeting only their military posts. So this is their brigade headquarters. This is their post. So we are targeting exactly from where the fire is coming on Pakistan. Only the military target. We are just showing you some parts of it. This is Hajipur sector, ring contour post, Bhagsar, water position. This is Danna top. This is the LP post. In continuation of what I said earlier, that one of the purpose of this Pahalgam and the continued action that is going on is to distract the counter-terrorism operations of Pakistan. Just received a message that Indian-sponsored terrorist entity Fitna al-Khawarij undertook it ID and attack on our forces in Southwestern district, and we have suffered 9 shahadats. Attack through conventional forces, do terrorism through conventional forces against the innocent children and civilians, make a pull on the conventional on the armed forces of Pakistan to move towards the eastern border, create voids so that their sponsored proxies like Fitna al-Khawarij and the terrorist organization operating in Balochistan, they can increase the tempo of the operations. The design is for their reason. This is also important to understand that once they attacked with their air on 6th and 7th May, so there were 57 flights which are operating inside Pakistan at that time, including international flights from Gulf countries, brotherly Gulf countries, from Qatar, from UAE, from Saudi Arabia, from China, Korean, Thai, and many other countries. Also our domestic flights. Would you put in danger thousands of civilians? When you started attacking the Pakistani airspace, and they also in the process took on shelling of the Neelam Jhelum hydropower project, the Nusari Dam. This also happened on the night. The question is, what sort of mindset is this? You are putting lives of the innocent civilian passengers in aircraft from different nationalities in danger. You are attacking hydropower projects, water, dams, the storage sites. And you don't want that anybody should talk about it, that nobody should question you about it. And then you create the smoke screens of Pakistan attacking multiple places over there. I told yesterday also, I tell again, when we will attack, when we will give them a response, we don't need Indian TV channels to report it. The voice will be heard everywhere. We don't need this state-controlled media of Modi government to tell where and how we have attacked. These are the articles of the Geneva Conventions. And what they say, I'll just read one of them. Works and installations containing dangerous forces, namely dams, dikes and nuclear electrical generating stations, should not be made the object of attack, even where these objects are military objectives. If such attack may cause the release of dangerous forces and consequent severe losses amongst the civilian population. These are the world norms. These are the protocols, the agreed protocols as per which the humans have decided to live their lives. The way we would like to live in a civilized world. Repeatedly you are saying that violation of one by one and one and one and one is happening. And then we saw today, yesterday and then today also, they are sending Israeli-made Harpy and Harrow drones inside Pakistan. Swarm drone attacks. You must have observed it. They are sending it. We have so far taken out 77 drones, neutralized them through hard kill and soft kill. At multiple locations they have come. Whenever these drones come, they are detected. They believe like if they thought that they are very high tech aircraft and they will be able to go scot-free. They I think thought that these very sophisticated low cross-section drones, they can come and create havoc over there. We have taken each one of them out. Not one of them has been able to go back to India, and not one of them will be able to go back. So we watched each one of them. We detect each one of them. So don't think that anything that is coming from the east, we are not seeing. We are vigilant, and we will not let anyone put a cross on our territorial integrity and sovereignty. Not at all. We will defend our honor, our integrity, our sovereignty at all costs, and we are doing it. So these drones that have been shot, we are collecting the debris from all over Pakistan, and these are our war trophies that we will rub on their faces. On the night of 6th and 7th, we asked them to pick up the debris from their side. This time this service we are doing for them. Whatever they are sending. And whatever they will send, we will convert it into debris. Let there be no doubt in it. You can see certain very few parts of this. Those that they are sending these people with, and the damage that they are causing to innocent civilians, innocent places, civil places. Now this is very, very horrifying that they carried that part of this swarm drone attack. They targeted the holy place of Sikhs in Nankana Sahib. Totally unacceptable. Pakistan Armed Forces timely neutralized this threat to Nankana Sahib, and we will continue to defend, as part of our territorial integrity and sovereignty and honor, all places of worship, including those of even Hindus, all places of worship, because our religion, our national spirit, the teachings of our great Qaid-e-Azam tell us that we have to protect the minorities. We have to protect their religion and their freedom of expression. A very dangerous escalation. That from the Adampool, 4 projectiles were fired, which we now believe to be long-range missiles. 3 of them were targeted by the Indians inside the Indian territory in general area Amritsar. 1 of them crossed the Pakistan airspace and entered into Pakistan airspace, and it was taken down. It was neutralized. The debris fell around general area Dinga. I will show you the electronic signature of the projectile that entered Pakistan. I would request ABM Aurangzeb to kindly explain this.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are high-speed projectiles that went higher in the upper atmosphere and then came back. So our radar is picking up, PF has the capability to pick high-speed projectiles. So our radar picked up this well in time. All 3, the ones that went up in the north at the radius of 310 in the north and then came back, landed in the Indian territory, and one of them came in at our site, which was neutralized in midair. So keeping the tactical details apart, but this is totally a ridiculous kind of concept of operation where you are jeopardizing your own safety of your own people and escalating this thing to such a point which might be point of no return.
So this is near Dinga because there is a methodology, there is a way where and how to engage it, and there it was shot down and taken down. This is a part of the debris of that projectile, that long-range missile that came. Now, this is again interesting, the Indian propaganda that is going on day in, day out for last 24, 36 hours that we are seeing. That Pakistan has attacked at multiple places in India. Pakistan has attacked, Pakistan aircraft is there, and Pakistan has strike missiles and send drones and do what and I don't know what. We have got so sick and tired, and it is now we have just stopped even following this sort of nonsense and stories and humor that is coming from there. The Indian journalists are themselves also saying, I never deleted tweets, but today I am deleting all tweets that I made without verifying the claims of our Indian media channels. I feel sad, not because of tweeting, but more so because I wrongly believed what I saw. As an Indian, I am fuming. Last night our news channels fed us lies, fake strikes on Karachi, imaginary evasions, recycled videos, no facts, just drama. While citizens slept feeling proud, the world watched us become a joke. This is not patriotism, it's betrayal, shameful. Another journalist, I hope the editors of all have a hard look at themselves. You were a national embarrassment last night, every single one of you. What a shame. What a mockery of journalism. This is what Pakistan has fired. At least have the sense to burn these brown fields if one of our projectile and one of our missiles has gone and hit a field. Karachi is burning. Karachi has been taken over. Go and call Karachi. Find out where it's burning. Pakistan JF-17 Thunders have been taken out. At least show me the debris of one aircraft. At least show me the electronic signature of one aircraft that Pakistan, of one UAV, one drone that Pakistan has fired here. That's why we say, don't worry. You are so fond of Pakistan firing at you. We will fulfill your demand at a time, place, and means of our choosing. And I repeat, we don't need this stupid, this shameful media to tell us that they themselves are embarrassed that what they are doing. They are trying to make Indian public. They think that the world that their public is fool. No, the Indian public is also not fool. They are also watching. You are trying to gag. You are trying to shut down the voices. You are trying to push the journalists into the prison vans and dungeons and nowhere. Listen to this. It's a joke. Listen to this joke.
Of the Pakistan Prime Minister's residence, पाकिस्तान के JF-17 फाइटर जेट को भारत के आकाश मिसाइल सिस्टम ने मार गिराया है. The JF-17s, perhaps 2 of them have been shot down. We're also told one F-16 has been shot down. That's a huge loss for Pakistan.
One Pakistani fighter jet pilot has also been detained, is the latest information that we have. This is the latest information. 3 JF-17s gone.
ये जो एवेक्स का जो
एक AWACS नहीं, one AWACS is also been shot down.
इसमें इनकी रीढ़ टूट गई है.
An F-16 has been down. Amit Bhatt on News 18 Rajasthan has confirmed that an F-16 has been shot down.
We're hearing from sources that Pakistan Air
And these sources are their official sources. The Ministry of Defense is saying,
military
what a shame.
is saying that they've lost 2 JF-17 fighter jets in the course of Operation Sindhu. And that's a very big admission from them.
There is a lot of speculation that is going on, and one speculation that is going on is whether there is a coup against the army chief of Munir.
कराची बंदरगाह पर भारी दबाई हुई है. 10 से ज्यादा धमाके वहां पर देखने को मिले.
Port of Karachi is in flames.
अब कुछ बचा नहीं है पाकिस्तान में.
Nothing is left in Pakistan. I hope you people are all right.
Big news that is coming in. Rahul, Rawalpindi, and now Islamabad. Air raid sirens have gone off in Islamabad.
आर्मी अंदर घुस गई है पाकिस्तान में. क्वेटा का इलाका है, वहां पर
In Quetta also.
yeah, इस्लामाबाद के बड़े important strategic locations पर अटैक किया गया. Our missiles S-400s.
Please pause. Please pause. Pause.
1 F-16.
रोकिएगा.
In the picture, you can see supposedly a PL-15 missile that they think is lying on the floor or somewhere.
This one, I think you are referring to this.
Yeah, this one.
Which they are claiming again and again it's a PL-15.
Children at science fairs make better models of such missiles. This is neither close to a PL-15 nor does it look like a PL-15. The missile does not land like this and gets broken in the mid section. The missile self-destructs in the air after it has a burnout time. I mean, this is laughable. You can die laughing. It's very dangerous thing that they're doing. It's fatal to human beings. This is absurd, totally absurd. Missiles don't land like this and get broken in the midsection. Nor they are of white color if they are not dummy. So, as far as the seekers are concerned, when we say that we fired at them, so they're supposed to have seekers. We did fire. They're supposed to bring debris to prove the claim. They did this last time also in 2019. They showed a piece of an AMRAAM that they shot an F-16. The piece of an AMRAAM doesn't prove that they shot an F-16. It proves that we fired at them. Some part of the aircraft proves that they got the better of it. So we have to admit that they are making us, at least the human part is with them.
Yes, of course. No, they live in movies. I must give credit. They have a very good theatre. They have very good this Bollywood, but living in Bollywood. Grow.
2 JF-17s over Pakistan.
Look at him howling.
Territory. Now this is war.
This sort of war they can keep on fighting for next many days. They think that this is war, that whatever comes to your mind you start claiming. Why they are doing it? What's the sense of doing this? Because your face has been blackened on night of 6th and 7th May. Because we shot down your aircraft, your so-called very high technology aircraft that you were having, and you thought you can get away with it. And then once you didn't want to send your manned aircraft, you sent your unmanned drones, and we took each one of them out. Your face is being rubbed. You are frustrated. We can feel your frustration. We can feel your anger. Starting from 22nd April, you couldn't provide a shred of evidence. Nobody believes in your concocted story. Everyone knows that you are lying. and then you kill citizens, civilians, innocents. You kill children. Your lie is getting clearer for everyone to see. Your cruelty, your hubristic mindset is getting clearer. Your extremism, your anger is getting clearer. So you have to satisfy. And the people inside your country, starting from 22nd April, they are asking you, what have you done? Who are these people? Why there is this security failure? Because you have no answer to them? Now you concoct stories. We have taken down F-16. Karachi is burning. Quetta is burning. Prime Minister of Pakistan has been taken to a safe location. This, that, whatever comes to your mind. Is this a joke going on? These are two states. There are lives of hundreds of millions of people, thousands of millions of people at stake. The world peace is at stake. And this is what you are feeding. This is the war frenzy you are making. You watch their TV and they are showing that there are sirens going on, civil defense raids going on. So you want to create war hysteria? This is another point that I want to highlight. That we request the international media to fact check before buying their stories. This is just a very fresh story about someone who was leading the prayer, the funeral prayer of the people who died in one of the unfortunate place in this 6-7, one of the mosques that was taken out. And the Indians started planting that this person who was leading is brother of someone whom they claim. You people are much more informed than me on this, huh? So they started saying, no, listen to this. It's again sad that how people fall prey to these cooked up stories. So this is the British High Commissioner in UK. Now he is showing, the Indian High Commissioner in UK, he is showing this man and claiming him to be brother of this person.
The founder of the terrorist groups that you mentioned. Look who's behind him. Look at the coffins there. They have the Pakistani national flag.
Masood Azhar's brother has been killed in operation.
So at least match your notes. Your High Commissioner in UK is saying that this man is leading the prayers. Your media is saying he has died. So before you cook up a story, I would request our dear friends, whoever is writing the script over there of these fiction book that they are writing, that at least match the notes amongst yourself.
Masood Azhar's brother, Abdul Rauf Azhar, killed in.
You have to say once something, you have to back it up with fact and evidence. Now this man who was actually leading the prayers, whom the High Commissioner of the Indian High Commissioner is saying that he is the brother, what is he telling? Who is he? This man is Hafiz Abdul Rauf and he is telling who am I?
मुझे बड़ी ही शदीद तकलीफ है और रंज भी है कि बगैर किसी तस्दीक के, बगैर किसी तहकीक के मेरे बारे में इतनी बड़ी बड़ी बातें और बैनुल-अक़वामी चीज़ें बयान कर दी हिंदुस्तान ने और उनकी मीडिया ने, जो बिल्कुल ही मुझे का खेस है, जिसका हक़ाइक़ से कतई कोई ताल्लुक़ नहीं है। मेरी ज़िंदगी सबके सामने है। मेरे माँ बाप उस्ताद थे, मैं खुद तालीम दोस्त आदमी हूँ। मैंने पहले कॉलेज में पढ़ा, स्कूल में पढ़ा और बेहतरीन मेरी एजुकेशन है।
So this man is a local politician. This is his, he belongs to a political party also. This is his date of birth. He has a son, he has 3 daughters, and that's simply what the man is. He is not his brother, not at all. And he's saying that I have come to know through international media saying that I am the brother of that person. I'm trying to tell you is that even if their high commissioners are telling you something, even if their ministries are telling you something, please fact check it. Don't fall prey to their misinformation, disinformation. Because they live in their own cocoons, in their own bubble, in which they believe every lie that is fed to them. India has become a disinformation, misinformation churning machine. And the only thing that can counter this is fact and reality. again, unfortunate part that even reputed people like Barkada don't even tend to believe what they are reporting on their social media. Breaking: a Pakistani pilot is in Indian custody. More details awaited. India thwarts multiple missiles and drone attacks by Pakistan on Jammu Pathankot, and so many others. So once their person's position of authority inside India, like their high commissioners, like their spokesperson, they'll tell you lies after lies, then perhaps they are not at fault. But it's responsibility of a good journalist to fact check. What? Conflict that is going on, India is going to put a lot of lies, fabricate lies, keep on feeding it to you, media, international media, on hourly or minute by minute basis. Please fact check it. So she's a responsible journalist, Barkada. But she also fell prey to this bundle of lies that is coming from her. And then people listen to her and journalists like them, and they start believing. More such examples of lies and lies and lies.
Thank you for taking the time out and watching the content. I hope you found it useful and I hope you found it insightful. If you found it useful, although I've said don't share, but please watch with others so that we can get this message across and show the reality of what's happening and show people actually how Pakistan is wrongly being used as a scapegoat for terrorism, and actually we are the victims of terrorism, and neither our faith nor the people of our country, the government or the army believes in terrorism, and we are day in day out fighting it so that we can make our country safer, but also we can protect our reputation from being known as a terrorist state, which all too often I find it's easier for the likes of India and the West to slander us and quite easily put that adjective against Pakistan. We will no longer accept it, and we will do whatever we can to ensure that our reputation is protected and people see the country and its people for what it really is, which is a warm, welcoming, peaceful and hospitable country.